Okay.
No, yep. So right now I'm starting with the 5, just to show you.
You'll see it even better there. You see how he's branching out? You see how...
So I'm working my way down towards the hairline. Look at this. Taking my time, I don't want it, it's not a race. Again, like I like Juan's little trick of starting to dot there. Now here's the...
Actually, your trick, Gilbert, thank you.
I know, you told me that last time. As you can see, I'm going around these little white lines. So technically, I'm not touching the white line. This is gonna help build me up for that soft effect. As you can see, I'm coming over here, right here, coming up, down, coming up. Building up, see a little bit of dice there, come around the line, but still keeping it irregular and random. As you can see, this is just the softening effect of the line. Again, still keeping that caterpillar effect, see it? Going up, down. You can see, same thing here. There's a mole right there, so I'm going around the mole for now. Right there. I'm gonna stop to like past the scar so you can see. Again, this is the number 5 needle too, so I'm gonna go past this with a 6 to give it a nice.
So you're talking about the diameters of the needle?
Here's the scar, just going lightly past it, keeping the density. Remember, I'm doing consistent pressure because I want to make sure every single point here stays, especially in this area. See little circle dots there. Before I wipe the line, I want to get back over here now. Just giving a nice feathered effect, going around them little white lines, make it nice and natural, and just really open and loose density here. As you can see, I'm barely even putting much right down here. Just super soft to pressure. I'm using soft pressure when I go down here. As you can see, coming around. Remember, this is a softer part of the treatment here. You can see, I want to build this up just a little bit just so we know where to stop. Again, I'm stretching with both hands really tight. Okay, there. Now what I'll do, I just want to show you guys what's going on here. So I'm just going to gently massage some of that white line off. Try not to really scrub like the actual treatment too much. So once you got that nice effect right here, then I'm going to go back through with the 5 one more time just to make sure everything's tightened up. You can see how irregular it is. Now I'm stretching it. Now I just want to put a couple little random ones, especially where the white lines were. I'm just going to put maybe 1 or 2 in them little areas just to kind of give it a nice natural flow. See that? Because you don't want it to look like a pattern. See this? A couple in there, a couple there, a couple there, a couple coming up. A couple in there, maybe a couple random ones here. That's where the mole was. As you can see. There.
We're going to call it the lunchtime hairline. Come here during lunch.
Yeah.
See, put it here now.
Lunchtime. Yeah, bro. That's the best. You see where that scar is now? I'm just lightly going around it, but still keeping the nice looseness. I don't want to highlight it too much right now. This is with the 5 needle. As you can see, this is how you do a natural effect. So far, this is, remember, this is the 5 needle. Now I'm just gonna put a couple of, random scraggly ones down here. This is super, use your judgment.
Or your creative, artistic eye.
Yeah, that's it. We got Mr. Juan Coliato there. Now check this magic part out. That was a 5. Check the 6 out. Now that you did the 5 in the very tip where the soft part is, watch what the 6 will do now and how the 6 is going to enhance.
Be careful with the,
yep.
with the line on the
yeah,
inside.
I see. Oh yeah, it's I'll have to redraw that part. So now I got the 6, but watch how nice the 6 is going to pop out the 5 color. So I'm lightly taking the 6.
You left yourself space to go back.
Yep. I left some spaces in here with the 6 so I can actually go back through.
What you're doing here is recreating different size hair follicles.
This is right here. You can see right here, I'm adding some 6s here. Just real random. You don't want to over dense it for the first session. Just enough to give it a nice flow. Again, I'm just looking for the more open spots here. Here. See that right there. You can see how nicely that's given a nice. There. Let me just fix that line out again. There. Remember, we're putting the squiggly lines in there. Them little lines make such a big difference, but you can see. How's that look, man? Yep. So once you get to that point, then what we do is we start our patterns here, and then slowly just start building it out now. So this is where all the density comes into play. He's got pretty tough skin, so I'm actually I'm stretching pretty hard. You can see how much more fuller it's getting up there now? That's what you want. You want to have it nice and dark up here. Keep that nice open loose density. Just enough for each pigment is spaced apart specifically. But when you do this, it's going to draw the eye, especially when you have a darker look up here. And then as you come down here, it's going to draw the eye to a nice soft effect. See that? Gives it nice and dark, and then slowly feathered and tapered off towards the bottom. You can see, I'll fill in this just so you guys can see this little area. Now his hairs, you can see the direction of his hairs. What I'm doing is I'm going with the same pattern and direction of the hair growth. This is something that I developed years ago. Nobody was doing this back in the day. It was more just random dots. Eventually it just went to using patterns and then figuring out that needles actually have a little edge on them that helps you go with the actual direction of the hair. You can see, if you actually take that needle off and look at it, there's two or three little ends you have to find. You want to find the one that actually looks like the direction of the hair flowing. As you can see, once you find that edge, then you want to work with it and follow the client's natural pattern, which I did right there. See that? So you want it to look like the hairs are actually going this way. You can see nice quick little jabs, nothing crazy. There. Again, this is where his hair is, so we're going back here, lightly, super soft taps, especially in the sides, because you want to have a nice transition into his hair. You don't want to have heavy pressure over in this region. Just keep it nice and soft. And then you go start again, going back to the density fill over here. Remember, I'm just letting the needle do the work. I don't want to apply too much pressure. Just let the needle do the work in the skin. See, again, I can start here as long as I stick with the pattern. You know, that's what we teach here at GerowHairInk. There, tiny dots, and then the second session we're gonna increase the density even darker. This is just a nice base, but still, it's gonna look. By tomorrow morning, all that redness goes on, it's gonna look amazing. Yeah, you see that? See how it's nice and feathered right there? Blends naturally into his hair right there. Yeah. Look at that. That's cool, huh?
Sign out, Gero?
Yep. Signing out. GerowHairInk.